A very good evening to you and welcome to A Date with the Dinner Set, programme number 79 on the 19th of December. You've probably worked out now that I'm not actually with you live. This programme was recorded on Saturday afternoon. The reason being that as you are watching this, I am playing for a second on Sunday afternoon, 9 lessons and carol services on the organ at St Matthew's Church in Surbiton, where my good friend Simon Hancock is the director of music. So I'm really sorry I'm not with you live, but as always we have the same sort of programme that we have come to expect here on YouTube, Gigi the Piano Man, for A Date with the Dinner Set. It's obviously been a very worrying week in many ways. All the more reason to switch off for an hour and enjoy some music together. So I've got our usual selection of 9 songs, some ballads, some show tunes, a few quirks, a few seasonal ones, because that would only be right, wouldn't it? You'll see I've added a few decorations in the words of the last song we had last Sunday. It's beginning to look a bit like Christmas. More about that as we go on with the programme. So even though I'm not here with you live, the chat room is obviously open and I am trusting you to be on your best behaviour. I shall read it all back. So if you are watching at 18:30 GMT on Sunday the 19th and you do want to join in, please do, because you've all made such lovely good friends of each other, have you not? So do chat away and do guess the song, because I will have great amusement, great enjoyment reading back all your comments when I return from the carol service. So before we have our first song, tonight's tie is, I don't know if you can see it. It's made by one of my favourite tie makers, Van Buck, and this is one of their limited editions. They make 100 of certain designs. This one is frogs. And if you're interested, this is number 63 of 100. Without any more further ado, I think we should have some music. So please sit back, lie back, stand up, dance, snore away, write your Christmas cards, get that Christmas pudding boiling, whatever you wish to do. But above all, please enjoy the gift of music as we share it around the world. Enjoy. A nice, jolly, bouncy opener to our programme 79 here on A Date with a Dinner Set. So, of course, normally I'm using these gaps between the songs to look at the chat and see what you've been typing. So I can only assume that you've been greeting each other nicely, finding out how everyone is, catching up on who's had their booster jabs, all that sort of thing, Christmas preparations, Christmas decorations. But perhaps somewhere amongst there you've typed in the correct answer. And I feel sure that you will have known that that was from Guys and Dolls. Written in 1955 by Frank Loesser, and that was, of course, the wonderful song sung by Nicely, Siddown, You're Rocking a Boat. So I thought that was quite a nice, jolly one to start with. Okay, so before we have our second song, I'm getting very excited already, as you can tell. I always start laughing when I press this button, and you'll see why. You will know that today is the fourth Sunday of Advent, and we've been thinking about the 1970s and the famous Blue Peter crown, as demonstrated by the wonderful Mr. John Noakes there, and. It's a bit of a fire hazard, isn't it? So I'm glad that they've updated it somewhat. I did have a sort of half-hearted go at making one, as you might remember. Failed miserably. So what I've been doing is collecting these rather nice little china ceramic coffee cups, because that's sort of fitting for me with my ever-present coffee, isn't it? So this being the fourth Sunday, we've now got 4. So... So exciting, this. Someone gave me a really good idea. Why don't you do a variation on the Blue Peter Advent crown? So, prepare for Exhibit A. And in the words of Blue Peter, here's one I made earlier, not that much earlier. So... Oh, actually looks better on camera than it does in real life. So that's the Gigi the Piano Man version of the Blue Peter Advent crown with 4 ceramic Costa cups. Other coffee shops are available, I hasten to add. So I've put some little candles in, so I thought we'd have a little lighting ceremony. Now, don't panic. It's all safe, and I've got water, I've got fire extinguishers, and the Herman Fire Brigade, if there is one, on standby. So, as it is the fourth Sunday of Advent, I have thought about where I'm going to put it. So. Now, don't panic. It's not as close to my wonderful G light as it may look on the camera. Oh, that's that bit done. Looks rather nice, doesn't it? Of course, if there were a fire, normally you'd be in the chat room, watch out, it's on fire, so I shall have to remind myself to keep an eye on that. But that is our version of the Blue Peter Advent crown to celebrate this being the fourth Sunday of Advent, the Sunday immediately before Christmas. I think it's time for another song after all that jollity, do you not? Please enjoy. And a nice gentle one after that lively opening. So you can probably see what I can see in that these delicate little candlelettes that we have, they're not going to last for our whole programme, are they? I'm just watching them. Even my spatial awareness tells me those candles are not going to last the full hour. So I'm just looking at the way in which I constructed it to see what will happen when they burn down to nothing. Let's find out together. The joy of almost live television. That was, of course, every time we say goodbye is made famous by the wonderful Ella Fitzgerald, written by Cole Porter in 1944, and it's one of those wonderful Ella songs, Cole Porter songs. The lyrics, the music, the melody, the harmony, the whole twist to it is absolutely fantastic. So let's remind you of what's coming up, because we've got a busy programme here. We're very busy on Gigi the Piano Man for Christmas 2021, in which we now are, of course. So obviously we're broadcasting today on Sunday, and then every day this week we have a seasonal upload. So on Monday the 20th, Tuesday the 21st, Wednesday the 22nd, Thursday the 23rd, there will be a different upload. And a few soloists will be amongst our uploads this week. Then on Friday, Christmas Eve, we will be truly live. Yes, I will be here. And we're going to have an hour non-stop. The chat window's open, but I'm not going to be chatting in it. We're going to have non-stop carols and seasonal joy, shall we say. We'll give you a day off on Christmas Day. And then on Sunday the 26th, next Sunday, we have a Boxing Day special, a seasonal date with dinner set, and that will be an extended programme to which to look forward. We've got our New Year's concert, which is packed with wonderful, wonderful musicians who very kindly agreed to join me. And I'm going to tell you more about that very special concert, which is being prepared in the past weeks and in the week that is to come. It will be ready, I promise you. So there we go. That was our second song, Every Time We Say Goodbye, by Cole Porter from 1944. So whether you're watching this on a Sunday evening or whether you're watching on the catch-up, I really do hope you are keeping safe and well, and I know many people are needing to change Christmas plans and things, and take care. It's a very worrying situation across the world, and who knows what is going to happen next. But as I said at the top of the programme, all the more reason to try and switch off for an hour and enjoy music and sharing together. Okay, here's one we've had twice on the programme before, and people didn't know it. I know it because of some peculiar connection with one of my father's records. But let's see if you know perhaps the person, the band leader, oops, half gave it away, that did this song back in 1969, we believe. Please enjoy. Don't worry, I'm watching the candles, the 4 candles. Cue for anyone in the chat room to start a series of jokes based on that. I'm watching them on the camera screen in front of me. So if they suddenly combust, or indeed if I suddenly self-combust, then I have the means to which to put it out. So it's not a problem. We're watching what's happening. I wonder if you got at least the band leader of that one. It was the wonderful Mr. Duke Ellington at an upright piano, unusually. Always has a wonderful smile on his face, and I rather like that jacket, actually. Very dapper Duke. But it was by Duke Ellington, and we think it was composed in 1969. It's called Making That Scene, and it's actually the love scene from Romeo and Juliet. He got very interested in Shakespeare and wrote some jazz based around it. So that's where that one is from. So if you've not seen this week's upload, you might like to give it a look. It's a very, very calm, melancholy, rather beautiful little piece, and it's by one of our favourite composers, the wonderful pianist Billy Mayle. And it's based on a Swedish folk tune, and it's called Song of the Fir Tree. And one of the reasons this one is unusual, because amongst the 300 or so piano novelties that Billy Mayle composed, this is one of only 2 that we think are based in a minor key. But it's got a lovely sort of gentle swing to it. And obviously with fir trees and it being the season of Christmas, it seemed quite a nice one to do before we start all our seasonal uploads on Monday. Okay, something seasonal now. Let's see if you know this beautiful song. Health and safety first. lot of the, should we say, Christmas songs, should we say, holiday songs as well, obviously all very upbeat, and it's nice, I think, to sort of pause and sometimes slow the tempo down a little bit. And that's one of my favourite Christmas ballads. And as I feel sure that some of you musically theatrical people, Daisy, etc., will have already typed in, that was, of course, Christmas Children from the musical Scrooge, written in 1970 by the wonderful Leslie Bricusse, who, as we know, wrote the music to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and Dr. Dolittle, lots of other things. Very sadly passed away at the end of October after a very wonderful, full and happy life. But that's what that was, Christmas Children. So, as always, if you are liking what you see and hear, do give it a like. If you've stepped in this channel by accident and quite like it and haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. And if you want to know when things are happening and be notified, press that bell notification. It's always lovely to see you. As I say, give it a like. Comment. Please comment. It's the comments which help us share our music around the world. The more people we can, I don't know, bring a little bit of joy and happiness to, the better. So do like, comment, share it on. So, as you see, we've blown out the candles. Well, they're about to extinguish themselves. So that was it's a bit like those indoor fireworks at Christmas, something or nothing, wasn't that? You light it, it fizzles out. Yes, there'll be no fizzling out on A Date with a Dinner Set, ever. On with our show this evening, and here's a classic standard which I feel sure you will know, even with what I think I'm going to do to and with it. thing about old jazz standards and ballads is that because of their harmonic structure, you can do quite a lot of things with them. So we took it through a bit of a sort of Tom Jobim style bossa nova, and then sort of maybe what Oscar Peterson would have done in the last chorus of that. But of course, you're itching to tell me. In fact, you probably have told me. I'll read it back when I can. That was, of course, The Shadow of Your Smile, written in 1965 by the wonderful Mr. Johnny Mandel, who passed away in 2020. Again, a very full life. Such a wonderful composer, pianist, arranger, and in that picture he seems to have a wonderful Bosendorfer piano as well. So that was The Shadow of Your Smile. If you feel moved to make a donation to Gigi the Piano Man, it would be very gratefully received. This time of the year, and in the time that is to come, we don't know what's going to happen with live music again. Things are getting cancelled, changed the whole time. So any donation that you might wish to make will be very gratefully received. But the qualifying statement, as always, is that we set up this channel to entertain and share music, and I have such pleasure doing that. It will always be free for your viewing enjoyment, but if you want to donate, thank you. How are we doing? Very well. We've remembered to do everything. Press the buttons. So a sip of the fire extinguisher, which is no longer needed, and on to our next song, which does really sum up our life, I think, in so many wonderful ways. absolutely know you will have typed in, of course, that that was What a Wonderful World, as made famous and first recorded by the amazing Louis Armstrong back in 1967, a song written by George David Weiss. And it's such a beautiful song, isn't it? And whatever's going on in the world, we just have to sometimes pause and look around at the beauty of what we have, I think. Okay, so it wouldn't be Sunday, would it? Unless we took ourselves over to a suburb of Tokyo for Otter Watch to say hello to our dear friends Hana and Kataro, the house otters. And they uploaded this the other day. They're going big into merchandise because they are really getting amazingly popular. Do look up their channel. So they've got some extra merchandise now, which is available. I think it ships to the UK. So I think they've made some hoodies. It says so on the screen. And a one wet, one dry hoodie, that's, if you don't know, that's Kataro, the male otter, who has the most incredible way of eating food. He has a little bit of water and then one bit of his, what I think is cat food, one at a time, one after the other. It's very clever. And the other one is the juggling Hana, who's very, very clever at juggling items between her paws. So that's, I think, one of the things that they are advertising. So there we go. Gosh, I'm giving them a wonderful advert here. I'm not sure. I might. There's something I have seen of theirs that I like, but I just like watching these amazingly cute creatures. As we say, these are East Asian otters, and they are very lovingly cared for full time by their parents, shall we say. And the whole flat, the whole house is converted to their well-being with pools and everything they need, and they are incredibly wonderful creatures. So there we go. That's our weekly little visit over there to the wonderful, cute otters, Hana and Kataro, in Tokyo. Could watch them all day, but that's not really why we're here, is it? If you've not had a look at that, there he goes. One wet, one dry. One wet, one dry. That is clear. And there's Hana doing her juggling. Ah, what a wonderful world, yeah? The world of Hana and Kataro, the East Asian otters from Tokyo. So we've had another slow one, so let's do a contrast again. And before you type in the incorrect Latin American dance, this one is a well-known samba. Another wonderful song by the amazing Mr. Henry Mancini, written in 1963 and first recorded and made famous by Perry Como. It was, of course, I Love You and Don't You Forget It. I could be singing that to you, really, couldn't I? My lovely, lovely, lovely audience. So that was, gosh, I've just looked at the list. We have 2 more songs to go, but importantly, let's talk a little bit about what's happening on New Year's Day. I know we haven't done Christmas yet, but there's a lot of preparation going for this concert, and I have to say, we haven't had a concert since June, so there's a lot of practicing, prepping, timing, recording, video editing. There's a lot going on behind the scenes to bring you our concert to celebrate the new year on Saturday the 1st of January, starting at 16:30. It's going to last about 75 minutes, we think. There won't be an interval. But the important thing is I have some very, very special, great, musical, wonderful friends of mine performing with me. I have the wonderful, on the left, Mr. Duncan Tarberton on his saxophone. In the middle, Mr. Jamie Bland on baritone, horn and trombone. And on the right, Mr. Monty Bland on double bass and bass guitar. And of course, the absolutely wonderful Hannah Stanley, my piano duet partner. And that's going to be the main part of the programme, actually. It's going to have piano duets and 2 piano works. But there we go, a little rolling screen. So Duncan's going to play a piece I wrote him for his 18th birthday called The Return of the Spring. Monty is going to play on his double bass a piece I wrote him for his 15th birthday called Basically. And Jamie is going to play Lanky Barry on his baritone horn, but I wrote him for his 15th, I think. Together we're going to play a Michel Legrand piece, which is lots of fun. I know that because we've already recorded it. And then Hannah and I are going to, as I say, do a mixture of duets and 2 piano works. With the duets, we are going to do some selections from Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker. We are going to do some selections from Brahms's Hungarian Rhapsodies, the ones we like. And we're also going to introduce, I think it will be introduce you to a really wonderful piece written by Richard Rodney Bennett, written for 2 pianos in 4 movements. And aptly enough, it's called 4-Piece Suite. And I really think you're going to enjoy that one. As I say, a lot of this has already been recorded and is in the video editing stage, but there's a lot more to be prepared to make a very special concert for you all. So please do share it on whatever's happening in the world. It's a positive way to start. As I say, some very talented musicians. There's 3 fine young men there, amazing people, amazing musicians, and my wonderful piano duet partner, colleague, great friend, etc., Hannah Stanley. It's going to be lots of fun. So looking forward to sharing that music with you come the 1st of January 2022. So like I say, we've reached the 2-song stage in programme 79 of A Date with the Dinner Set. If you weren't here at the top of the programme, you've realised that this isn't truly live. It's being recorded late on Saturday afternoon. The reason being that at the time you are watching this, presuming you are watching it at 18:30 GMT on Sunday the 19th, at the same time I'm playing the organ for the second of 2 9 lessons and carol services in Surbiton for my great friend Simon Hancock, the Director of Music, so I can't be with you live because I'm playing the organ. So, we're going to have 2 seasonal ones to start with, and I think they're both very well known, so I do hope you enjoy our penultimate song this evening. again, I think it's one that you will have typed in straight away. It's very, very beautiful. It's of course, Mary's Boy Child, written in 1956 by Jester Hairston. And I had to do a little bit of research because I know so many of the greats have covered this. I had to sort of think, well, who actually did do it originally? And perhaps, well, the first person to do it was the amazing Harry Belafonte. He was one of the first famous ones to do it. And then the group Boney M, rather fetching outfits there, I feel, recorded it. And the very lovely Mr. Johnny Mattis, who I've had the great pleasure of entertaining in a restaurant and to whom I was introduced. A really, truly lovely man, still with us. And I don't know if he's still singing now, but truly lovely, kind gentleman. So those are the three that I know that are famous, but you probably know of loads of others. It's such a beautiful song from 1956, Mary's Boy Child. So, can we talk about Boxing Day? I'd like you to know what's happening on our little broadcasting station here. On Boxing Day, which is next Sunday, we have our Date with a Dinner set, which we are extending for Boxing Day. And here's a little bit of fun. I have many boxes in this house. And I thought it'd be rather fun if you would like to email me your Christmas favourite songs. I will put them into the box. Email them to me on ggthepianoman@gmail.com. I'll put them all in, we'll pull them out, and that will form our programme for our special Date with a Dinner set next Sunday the 26th, Boxing Day. A slightly extended version of that. We'll pull them out of the box so we can make a great big drama out of it, because we always do make a great big drama out of everything we do here on Gigi the Piano Man. So email your suggestions. I can't promise they'll be pulled out. We'll see what gets pulled out. ggthepianoman@gmail.com. Don't write them in the chat. Email them. Okay? So at that stage, I wonder how many candles we could have burnt by now on our oh, it looks a bit sad now, our do-it-yourself Advent crown. Probably about 20. Far too many for the environment. Anyway, that was a little bit of fun. We have one more song to play us out. And do type it in if you know it. It's a very famous show song. It seems appropriate, and I've printed out some of the lyrics, not to sing, but to share with you afterwards if you are not familiar with the lyrics of this song. So please enjoy our final song on this evening's Date with a Dinner set, programme 79, Sunday the 19th of December. Yes. That was our final song. I hope you enjoyed that. It was, of course, We Need a Little Christmas from the musical Mame, written by Jerry Herman, he of Hello Dolly, Cage Folfem, in 1966. And it seemed, as I say, quite an apt one to end with. The final chorus. For we need a little music, need a little laughter, need a little singing ringing through the rafter, and we need a little snappy, happy ever after. We need a little Christmas now. Please take great care of yourselves in the days, weeks, months and years to come. Do keep an eye out for all the uploads on the channel this week, and I hope to see you truly live on Christmas Eve for a non-stop hour of carols and seasonal music on a date with a dinner set. Thank you so much for being with us this evening, as always. It is an enormous pleasure to play for you. See you very soon. Good night.